How's it going, everybody? Doing a request here today. I'm gum chewing top 5 things I can't live without. They said 5 or 10. I mean, realistically, I could do 10, but I'm kind of just stretching this down to. I'll do the 5. And I'm doing like things, like I guess like I'm not doing like people and stuff like that, you know. 5 kind of I don't know what the word would be, but anyway, I'm not there in no particular order, so the first one would be internet. I know that sounds like, you know, the internet, of course, but I think for me, the internet is huge because obviously I wouldn't be able to make YouTube videos, you know, use eBay and stuff like that. Those would actually be the two that would suck the worst. I think like I rarely use Facebook anymore, and Instagram I do use quite a bit, but I think get over that. But YouTube would be tough for 2 things, you know, making vids and then also watching stuff as well, because I do tend to watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Sometimes I don't watch much of anything, but then I go through streaks of watching a bunch. And obviously eBay. Selling stuff on eBay, all of a sudden I can't do that, so you're losing money as well. You know, and stuff like surfing the web and all that type of stuff, you know. Internet's a good time killer. You know, if anything. But internet's definitely one of the 5. I've already kind of blanked on one of the 5 as well. I'm going to try to think of it as I go through here. Second thing would be taking walks. This is not like, you know, this sounds like what, but if I was like incapable of taking walks, it would absolutely be terrible. I love, you know, going out for walks. It helps me clear my mind. I just like doing it. I like walking through, you know, the streets, going to parks, walking through parks, you know, whatever. I'm talking hiking as well, you know. I always enjoy, it's like realistically my favorite thing to do almost, I feel. You know, just walk, go clear my mind, occasionally talk to myself as well. I'm not one to say I don't talk to myself. I just like walking, and it's a good mood booster, you know. And if I'm feeling down or stuff, a lot of times a walk will, you know, get out there in nature, be it hot or cold weather, it doesn't matter. I start to feel it and stuff, and you know, if I'm in certain places, I have like certain walks, and I had this in Massapequa as well. I'd have certain walks I would go on. Same thing here out here as well. I have like 4 or 5 specific walks I'll go to. I'll take, you know, and I get different vibes too when I walk. And for me, like walking is almost nostalgic as well. As that sounds weird, probably, but I'll just take a walk and just, you know, remember the past, think of the future, and just a lot. Like I said, I'm clearing my mind, just thinking of stuff, you know, cheering myself up in a way too. And I will take long ones sometimes, not as long as I used to. When I was younger, I could go for 3 hours, 4 hours, especially if I was walking to garage sales back before I had a bike. I mean, I still do walk to them sometimes, but I'd be gone for 4 hours, you know. The longest walk I ever took was when I stopped going to school at Massapequa. I moved with my dad in Valley Stream and started going to school there. And the same thing happened. I was going fine, and then I stopped going. And then instead of going to school, a few times I took like an 8-hour walk. You know, I was just walking all day. Now I still like to take like an hour and a half, 2-hour walk. I want to try to push them a little further when the weather gets a little warmer, but definitely walks for sure. Video games. That'll be the third one right now. You know, I love them, obviously. You guys know this at this point. A lot of my videos are video game related. I love video video games, old and new, and to not be able to play them and not have them, it would be, oh man, I wouldn't be able to deal with it, honestly. It'd be crazy. It would be tough. It would be like really, it would be an absolute problem because, like I said, I love playing them. Like I said, old or new. I'm playing Resident Evil 4 now. And it's just, I still get that feeling when playing games and specific games too. I love them. You get sucked into those game worlds, and something like an Elder Scrolls or a Fallout. The Witcher games, GTA's, whatever. Red Dead Redemption 2, the first one as well. You go into these big open worlds. You're playing for 3-4 hours, and you're just in the world, and like nothing else exists around you for a short period of time. And it's nice. It's a nice feeling playing some games, and especially if I've gotten older. Like sometimes I'll just play even a Skyrim. I'll just run around, not even doing quests. Just running around. Of course, you run into enemies and stuff, but just walking through the environment, enjoying myself. I remember back on my old channel, and that video is probably still up. I did like a virtual walkthrough. The Imperial City or whatever. It was in Oblivion. I just did a video where I was just walking through there. But like I said, I just love doing them. I have fun. They take you away. They kind of take your mind off things. Like I said, you enter all these crazy worlds. Some games will stress you out. Like I love survival horror is my favorite genre, and I love it. And it's like those games get stressful and stuff and dreadful, but I still, you still love it, And games do what movies can, in that you're the character, you're controlling it, so there's a different kind of, feel to it as well. That's why I could I could easily probably go without, not easily, but I could go without movies, especially, like, video games would come first before movies. But, like I said, I love video games. It's just, and like I said, I'm still into them for so long. It's been since 6-7 years old, and you just, and I had a little streak I talked about when I talked about past, it was really in high school. It was a couple of years, not even a couple of years. It was mainly like 10th and 11th grade, and I would still play from time to time, but I wasn't overly invested. That was like the period where I would still play some stuff here and there, but I wasn't like getting new games that often. And then when the N64 came out, I got back into it again. Yeah, but definitely video games for sure. So what do we got? Video games, walking, and the internet. For music's another thing as well. Music is something that would be hard to go without. And I don't listen to music the way I used to. I used to listen to music like all the time. My headphones at night before I go to sleep. I listen to tunes a lot. We're at work, we're listening to it all day mostly, or creepy stories. And at home, I'll throw YouTube on and watch videos on there. It's another thing where the internet comes to play, but it's just there, like music's there, like it's another thing that kind of takes you out of things for very, very short periods of time, but it's nice to have on in the background. It's like background, music and stuff like that, and background noise, I should say. And you just, like I said, you go into your own mind and world when you're listening to stuff you like, and it's comforting. It's good. It's good antidepressant too. I guess it depends on what you're listening to. I like all types of music, so it's great. Like I said, though, I don't listen to it as much as I used to. like not like up until I moved out here, like I said before I go to sleep every night, I'd be listening to something. It helps with my headaches too sometimes. As long as they're not like overly bad, like I'll throw in the headphones and just kind of go and kind of like try to go to sleep. And you kind of, you kind of just like I said, you kind of get. I kind of get the same thing with like listening to some YouTube videos if I'm really relaxed. I'll like zone out to where I still hear the voice, but I'm like almost sleeping at the same time. It's like that zone, that weird comfort zone. But I get that with music as well, for sure. So that's definitely number 4. I don't know why I can't think of 5. Did I only have 4 in my head? You know what I'll say? And it's another thing that I need, so without having it, because a lot of people know I don't drive. So public transportation would be a thing that, I mean, I could live without it, but I guess that defeats the purpose, but no, I like need the trains and the buses here, like this way, like, whenever we do move, I'm gonna have to navigate that, because Long Island has a very nice, if you live on Long Island, like, you can get to a lot of places via bus or train, and I'm not even talking about, like, cabs, and I'm not gonna count Uber. I'm talking, like, Uber's obviously a lot more expensive than the bus and the train and stuff, and but, that's how I get to work and everything. If I go back out to Massapequa and stuff, and like my fiance will obviously drive. We drive places too, but just for me, it's something that I do need. And I'll throw in another thing as well, and it's kind of, I said I was going to say like people and stuff, but these are animals and cats. I'm going to find out. I'm talking about that now too. It's just popped in my head because our cat's on the way out. I've talked about this, and she's getting worse. She's losing weight now. She's like 15 and a half. Old for a cat, but, we've had cats. My family's had cats in the past that have hit the 20s and stuff, in the late teens, but, she's going, and when she goes, I don't think we're going to get another one, at least not while we're here. You never know, though, things could happen, obviously, but it's going to be the first point in my life where I've never been around cats, or at least a cat. I've talked about some pet when I was growing up. We had a lot of cats. Dogs as well, but cats, I've always kind of gravitated more towards cats. I mean, I like dogs as well, but I've always gone more towards cats, and I've always been around them. I got this scar here, if you can see it. Cat jumped on my head when I was in a high chair when I was a kid. The cat must have known I was a demon seed. No, I'm kidding. But that's going to be tough to deal with, I think. Just draw it in there. I was trying to think of other things too, like sports and stuff, but I feel like I could live without sports. Like I said, I'm not into them like I used to, but I still do follow them. Hockey I'm still into, and I want to get into basketball again, more like I used to be. But I guess that's 5, and a little extra one, trying to do the 2 together to kind of make it. I might have only been thinking of 4, and I filmed this video before popping the 5, but I did the kind of 6 there. We'll count those last 2 as kind of a combination. But yeah, that is a